latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello, welcome to Outdoors with me, Mike. Today I'm going to give you kind of a packing video on the new Dometic Auto Air Redux sort of awning. So first thing we want to do is basically kind of undo kind of any door panels that are rolled up, just because it will help to sort of save. You're not going to have much necessarily. You don't want sort of fabric all kind of bunched up in one place because it make it a lot harder to necessarily fold. Doesn't matter too much, particularly of sort of mesh, because that's allow air to flow in and out, but you don't want anything kind of crunched up too much really. So first thing we'll do is necessarily we'll kind of just bring the doors down. So we'll just take this off a second, crunch that up. And to be fair, one of the good things is that when it comes with the poles, it's a great kind of almost structural point. So when you come to roll it, rolling it around these poles work really nicely because it gives you something to grip onto. Pop those back in the bag nice and simply. As we said on the pitching video we've got, it's got sort of two inflation points but almost one system, but also deflation as well. So what I'm probably going to do now is actually deflate it, allow the air to come out, and once the air has just gradually come out I can then go around and unpeg it. I probably want to leave the main four corners in place just so it doesn't necessarily blow off. But by having both of the valves necessarily open, what you find is that air will happily escape, and when we use our kind of folder methods which we're about to use, we can make sure that it packs away with ease rather than trying to fight it back into the bag. So we'll just nip round initially. What we're going to do is in the pitching method itself is we're going to sort of fold it from this way across. Main reason is because basically the exit points and the valves are on that side. So it's obviously quite crucial we fold towards where the opening is rather than just to a dead end. If you put your frisbee in there, I bet you have, haven't you? There it is. So what I'm going to probably do is probably fold it across ways first. So almost bring it inadvertently straight across and just give it a little bit of a sort of press down initially. So it's just to kind of get any excess out air towards that kind of back point there. I would sort of suggest moving from sort of back to front or front to back, either way, just because you've got these beams running along the bottom here. It's also sort of crucial that we don't forget to kind of make sure those air points are brought across. Now we've done that, we can almost flip it back on its edge. So then we've got, imagine if it's kind of like an arc shape, we've kind of done the first kind of half of the arc. And now we're going to do the second. And because I left the pegging points in kind of that size, it means I can pull against it and it sort of fits in the right sort of section. Now what we can do here is kind of fold it. Ideally you can use the poles as kind of almost like a guide of how wide it needs to be. It's pretty much going to be into thirds, if I'm honest with you. So we'll just flip that over into a kind of nice long sausage. And again what we'll do is kind of work our way along the top, pressing the air down to try and get any excess air out of those tubes. Once we're at this stage here, pull the remaining pegs out. Now what I've done is actually left the doors open at both ends, so again any kind of almost internal air to the section can happily escape without kind of worrying too much. Now it really doesn't matter kind of which way you roll it, from back to front or front to back. We'll go that way I think. One trick I'd say is kind of open the back up ready, and what you almost want to do is lay it underneath the awning a bit. It's your kind of guide mark to make sure that you've got the correct width, but also means you haven't got to kind of throw the bag over at the end. When it's rolled up nice and neatly, it should already be quite happily in the bag. Right, so by having those kind of poles to wrap around, it makes life a little bit easier to kind of get around it. You can see probably as we go here, we'll get some air slowly kind of into it, appearing at the bottom here. So this is where occasionally you might have to do a second or third roll, but as we've kind of done press down as we go, it shouldn't necessarily mean we get back in the bag first time, every time. And if that's fair, there's plenty of room in there. You can get in there as well, Arch, if you wanted to. So yeah, we can just compress that down, nice and easy, no drama. So yeah, simple, quick, effective. That's kind of essentially how you're going to pitch or pack away that auto air. We've done, of course, a pitching video as well to see if you want to see that. But for more information, by all means, check the link below the video. It'll take you straight through to our website. We've got more information on the product, pack sizes, and the video reviews we've also done as well. But that, in essence, is how you'll pack away your new Dometic Auto Air